Hello everyone. So today we're going to learn about machine learning. So let's start that. So as humans, we can learn from our past experiences and makes decision based on them. For example, if we see something once, we'll remember it and identify it the next time. Imagine I show you a picture of a car and I say, what is this object? You'll probably say, that's a car. But now if I show a picture of bike and ask what is it, you'll be saying it's a picture of bike, right? Now let's ask the same question to a small child, or in this case, Tarzan, who has no contact with human civilization. So if I ask the question, who hasn't seen a car, they'll be confused because they have not seen it. But he can learn. So if we teach, show the pictures of cars and make him learn that this is a car, then he'll be able to learn. So, and after that, if I ask him a question, he'll be able to answer that question that it's a car. Now, this dilemma can be applied to missions also. Can missions do that? Well, traditionally, missions could only follow explicit instructions. We can tell a computer to add, subtract, print, or something, but it cannot make its own decision. It just follows basic commands. So, what is machine learning? We want machines to act like humans. So, for example, identify an object, predict the price of a house, understand natural language of fixed grammar, recognize a face, just like how your phones unlock. These are some of the things that machines can learn, and it can learn from experience and improve its performance automatically. So, how to do that? How do we make a machine learn? Exactly the same way we taught the child earlier, by giving it experience. In machine learning, that experience is called data or training data. That's it. We provide data to the machines, then we use algorithms to find patterns, relationships, and rules inside the data. Once the machine learns that pattern, it can be used to make decisions and predict new data. So, machine learning is data plus algorithm plus experience, and it gets a better result. That is what machine learning is as a whole in simple terms. So, to summarize, when solving a machine learning problem, we first collect data and prepare the data set. We let the computer learn rules and pattern from it. Then we use it to make predictions or decisions. Now, let's learn machine learning's three paradigms, that is, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So, in supervised learning, the data we give has both input and output values. We call this labeled data set. For examples, we have pictures of cars and bikes, and each picture has a label car or bike. The machine looks at these examples and learns the difference between them. Later, when we show a new image, it can identify whether it's a car or a bike. If the outputs are categories like car or bike, we call it classification. If the output are like numbers, like price is equal to 20,000, it's called regression. Both fall under supervised learning because the machines learn from label data like a student learned from teachers. So we'll give a label data and then it will learn from that. So that is basically a supervised learner. Now next one is unsupervised learning. Here there is no labels. We only give raw data. The machine task is to find hidden patterns or grouping on its own. For example, it can group similar objects together. This process is called as clustering. Or it can find associations like people who buy bread also buy butter. This is called as association rule mining. So, in simple words, unsupervised learning is equal to finding patterns from unlabeled data. Now, next one is reinforcement learning. Finally, we have reinforcement learning, which is learning from trial and error. When we have an agent, the learner, an environment, the world around it, and the agent performs actions to achieve a goal, when it makes a good move, it gets a reward. When it makes a mistake, it gets a punishment. This is how babies learn too, by trying, failing, and improving. Over time, the agent learns the best way to act to maximize rewards. Reinforcement learning is used in robotics, gaming, and self-driving cars. So here you can see the actions and rewards or feedbacks, just like how baby is learning from that environment. It learns from trial and error. So that's all about machine learning. In this session, we learned about what is machine learning, how it mimics humans, and the three paradigms: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning.